Thank you, Mike. All right, before we announce our High Point Awards, can we please have one more huge round of applause for all of our amazing juniors on stage, and also thank you to our teachers and our studio owners and our choreographers. All right, we're gonna jump right in. We're gonna do a top 5 for our junior groups, and then we'll move on to extended lines and so forth. So here we go, starting with our top 5 junior groups. With 5th place High Point, we have 2 routines in 5th place High Point, and our first routine in 5th goes to Speaking in Taps from Danceology. 5th place High Point junior group also goes to I Stand Alone from Larkin Dance Studio. 4th place High Point junior group, that goes to Icon from Dance Connection 2. And here we go with our top 3. So 3rd place High Point, $50 cash prize goes to Hold Your Own from Larkin Dance Studio. 2nd place High Point junior group and a $100 cash prize goes to Dindada from Dynamic Dance Academy. Which means your highest scoring junior group in 1st and a $200 cash prize. Give it up for Let's Work from Kim Massey Dance Productions. Those are your top 5 junior groups. All right, moving on to our junior lines, top 5. We have a 3-way tie for 5th place High Point, and our first routine in 5th for junior lines goes to The Power of Percussion from the Rock Center for Dance. 5th place High Point will also go to Kiss Kiss from Dance Connection 2. And 5th place High Point will also go to Flames of Paris from Club Dance Studio. Those are your routines in 5th. 4th place High Point, junior line and Standing Alone in 4th. Give it up for Mad World from Next Step Dance. And for our top 3, 3rd place High Point, junior line, $50 cash prize goes to Architect of the Mind from the Rock Center for Dance. 2nd place High Point and a $100 cash prize goes to Song and Dance Man, also from the Rock Center for Dance. And we have 2 routines in 1st place High Point, both getting a $200 cash prize in 1st place for junior lines. Give it up for What Good Am I from Dance Connection 2. Also taking 1st place High Point junior line, give it up for Heist from Expressions Dance Center, and those are your top 5 junior lines. All right, moving on to extended lines. Extended lines top 5, 5th place High Point, give it up for Check from Dance Connection 2. 4th place High Point extended line goes to No Sleep, No Dream from Club Dance Studio. And for our top 3, we have a tie for 3rd and 3rd place High Point. $50 cash prize, first going to Tomorrow from Next Step Dance. 3rd place High Point award and $50 also going to Eleanor Rigby from the Dynamic Dance Academy. 2nd place High Point and $100 for our junior extended lines goes to the Rhythm Section from Dance Connection 2. Which means your highest scoring junior extended line in 1st and a $200 cash prize. Give it up for Disco Drum from Larkin Dance Studio. Those are your top 5 junior extended lines. All right, moving on to productions. Productions top 5, 5th place High Point, junior production. That goes to Lean Back from Larkin Dance Studio. 4th place High Point junior production goes to Livin' for Love from Next Step Dance. And for our top 3, 3rd place High Point, $50 cash prize goes to Ball Out from Dance Connection 2. And 2 routines in 2nd place High Point. Our first routine in 2nd and a $100 cash prize goes to Remove Me From Myself from Danceology. 2nd place High Point junior production, $100 also goes to Fresh Off the Runway from Next Step Dance. Which means your highest scoring junior production in 1st and a $200 cash prize. Give it up for I Think I'm Gonna Like It Here from Expressions Dance Center, and those are your top 5 junior productions. All right, moving on to our Performance Division Awards. We're gonna start with our top 5 ballet routines. Top 5 starting in 5th place High Point. 5th place High Point junior ballet, that's gonna go to Aurora's Friends from Expressions Dance Center. 4th place High Point junior ballet goes to La Danza from Center Stage Performing Arts Studio. And we have a top 3 with some ties. 3rd place High Point, but standing alone in 3rd, $50 voucher going to Divertimento in D from Center Stage Performing Arts Studio. Two routines in second place, High Point. Our first routine in second, and $100 voucher going to Strauss from Next Step Dance. Second place, High Point Junior Ballet, and $100 also going to On the Edge from Dance Connection 2. And we have two routines in first place, High Point. Our first routine in first, $200 voucher going to The Power of Percussion from the Rock Center for Dance. And also taking first place, High Point Junior Ballet, and a $200 voucher going to Flames of Paris from Club Dance Studio, and those are your top 5 Junior Ballet. All right, moving on to Ballroom, top 5 Ballroom. Fifth place, High Point Junior Ballroom. That's going to go to Sweet Dreams from Bunker Dance Center. Fourth place, High Point Junior Ballroom goes to Bang Bang from Danceology. Third place, High Point, and a $50 voucher goes to The Great Gatsby from Next Step Dance. Second place, High Point Junior Ballroom, and a $100 voucher goes to Drive from Center Stage Performing Arts Studio, which means your highest scoring Junior Ballroom in first and getting a $200 voucher. Give it up for the Rhythm section from Dance Connection 2. Those are your top 5 Junior Ballroom. All right, Junior Contemporary, here we go. Fifth place, High Point Junior Contemporary goes to I Stand Alone from Larkin Dance Studio. Fourth place, High Point Junior Contemporary goes to Architect of the Mind from the Rock Center for Dance. And here we go with our top 3. Third place, High Point Junior Contemporary, $50 voucher going to Hold Your Own from Larkin Dance Studio. Second place, High Point Junior Contemporary, and a $100 voucher goes to Remove Me From Myself from Danceology. And we have a tie for first place, High Point, with 2 routines. And our first routine in first, and a $200 voucher. That award in first is going to go to What Good Am I from Dance Connection 2. And also, give it up in first place, High Point, for our Junior Contemporary category. $200 voucher will also go to Heist from Expressions Dance Center. All right, it's hip-hop time. So here we go. Top 5 Junior Hip-Hop, starting in fifth place, High Point. Fifth place, High Point Junior Hip-Hop goes to No Millie from Club Dance Studio. Fourth place, High Point goes to Raise from Expressions Dance Center. For our top 3, third place, High Point, $50 voucher. Give it up for Lean Back from Larkin Dance Studio. Second place, High Point Junior Hip Hop, $100 voucher going to Ball Out from Dance Connection 2. Which means your highest scoring Junior Hip Hop in first, $200 voucher. Give it up for Fresh Off the Runway from Next Step Dance. Those are your top 5 Junior Hip Hop. Moving on to Junior Jazz with a top 5. Fifth place, High Point Junior Jazz goes to Check from Dance Connection 2. Fourth place, High Point Junior Jazz goes to Icon from Dance Connection 2. And our top 3, Junior Jazz, third place, High Point, $50 voucher goes to Livin' for Love from Next Step Dance. Second place, High Point Junior Jazz, $100 voucher goes to Let's Work from Kim Massey Dance Productions. Which means your highest scoring Junior Jazz in first, $200 voucher. That goes to Disco Drum from Larkin Dance Studio. And those are your top 5 Junior Jazz routines. All right, moving on to Junior Lyrical, top 5, fifth place, High Point goes to Falling Slowly from Dance Connection 2. Fourth place, High Point goes to Finally Home from Expressions Dance Center. And for our top 3, third place, High Point, we have a tie with 2 routines. And our first routine in third, $50 voucher going to Clean from Club Dance Studio. Third place, High Point, Junior Lyrical, $50 also voucher going to All I Am from Center Stage Performing Arts Studio. Second place, High Point, Junior Lyrical, $100 voucher goes to In Waves from Bunker Dance Center. Which means your highest scoring Junior Lyrical in first, $200 voucher. That award goes to Dream On from Next Step Dance, and those are your top 5 Junior Lyrical routines. All right, Junior Musical Theater, top 5, fifth place, High Point. Musical Theater goes to Sing, Sing, Sing from Club Dance Studio. Fourth place, High Point goes to You Can't Stop the Beat from Next Step Dance. Third place High Point $50 voucher is going to go to 1 from Dance Connection 2. 2 routines in second place High Point. First routine in second, $100 voucher goes to Take Off With Us from Larkin Dance Studio. Second place High Point also goes to Song and Dance Band from the Rock Center for Dance. Which means your highest scoring junior musical theater in first goes to I Think I'm Gonna Like It Here from Expressions Dance Center. Those are your top 5 junior musical theater. All right, moving on to junior specialty. Fifth place High Point junior specialty. That goes to I Saw a Face from the Dance Collective. Fourth place High Point junior specialty. Give it up for Feeling Groovy from the Rock Center for Dance. Third place High Point junior specialty. $50 voucher goes to Boombastic from Artistic Dance Project. Second place High Point, we have 2 routines in second. Our first routine in second goes to Stumble Along from the Dance Collective. Second place High Point junior specialty also goes to Black Box from Larkin Dance Studio. Which means your highest scoring junior specialty in first goes to Kiss Kiss from Dance Connection 2. Those are your top 5 junior specialty routines. All right, junior tap, top 5. Here we go. Fifth place High Point junior tap goes to Green Onions from Bunker Dance Center. Fourth place High Point junior tap goes to Uptown Funk from the Dynamic Dance Academy. Third place junior tap, $50 voucher going to Putting on the Ritz from Larkin Dance Center. Larkin Dance Studio, excuse me. And then for second place High Point, we have 3 routines in second place High Point. Second place High Point, $100 voucher goes to Tomorrow from Next Step Dance. Second place High Point will also go to Speaking in Taps from Danceology. Also second place High Point junior tap going to Eleanor Rigby from the Dynamic Dance Academy. And your highest scoring junior tap in first, give it up for Dindada from the Dynamic Dance Academy. All right, and that takes us to our final announcement of the evening for our junior division. So, re-performing in our closing show, we have 6 routines due to some ties. So, re-performing in the closing show, these are our best performance nominees. Up first, put your hands together and give it up for Heist from Expressions Dance Center is re-performing in our closing show. Next best performance nominee goes to Remove Me From Myself from Danceology. Our next nominee is Fresh Off the Runway from Next Step Dance. Also give it up for Let's Work from Kim Massey Dance Productions. Also re-performing in our junior division, Disco Drum from Larkin Dance Studio. And our 6th and final routine, give it up, best performance nominee going to What Good Am I from Dance Connection 2. And that is a wrap for our junior division. Here with our groups, thank you so much, everybody. Have a great night. We will see you bright and early in the morning. Thank you so much.